There are moments in life when it feels impossible to move. A relationship turns hostile, the house becomes a battlefield, every conversation cuts, every silence hurts. Or there is a loss. Someone close disappears from your life and the heart feels torn open. Or a financial collapse. That keeps growing, calls you avoid, promises you can't keep. Or a habit that pulls you down, gambling, drinking, running from the pain, hoping the next escape will give you one peaceful night. Different stories, different shapes, but the same heaviness. In these moments, something is searching books, teachings, motivations, philosophies, promising strength or healing. Therapists, pills, supplements, anything that says it can settle the storm for a moment. Activities, new relationships, adventure. And sometime it works for a day, sometime for an hour, but the weight returns. Because the one who is trying to fix the suffering is the same one who is suffering. As long as the mind keeps defining itself as the story inside the storm continues. Imagine a war, a soldier trained to fight, trained to survive, placed into the center of battleground. As long as the soldier is inside the war, the fighting never ends. Even if the soldier hides, the war still surrounds him. This is what happens in the mind. The identity created by memory, by past, by thought, is the soldier. It believes it was born to fight. It believes the war is personal. It believes the battlefield is life. But look closely. Everything known as myself is built from memory, a name given, a story repeated, a collection of moments stitched together by thought. None of this was here at birth. The movement of mind rises, labels itself me, and accidentally you stand in the middle of a war that never belonged to you. When this is seen, really seen, something quiet appears. A space behind the movement. Not a thing, not a thought, not a role, not the soldier. It is the one watching the story rise and fall. The one that was here before the story began. The one that cannot be defined. From this space, the war continues in the distance, but there is no one left to fight it. Because the one who was suffering was never you. It was the conditioned movement acting as you. And the moment this is recognized, the soldier puts down the weapon, not as an action, but because the identity holding it dissolves. Then the same relationship, the same loss, the same debt, the same world, all appear inside the same space, but no longer define anyone. The nameless presence sees the story as a story, and in that seeing, the war ends. Not because the world changed, but because the one who was trapped was never the one who was looking. The door opens the moment the looking turns inward, not to fix, but to notice. Notice the space from which all thoughts arise. Notice that this space never suffers. Notice that the story has no owner. And slowly, effortlessly, the steps out of the battlefield appears. Not always from life, but always from the illusion that the story was ever you. This is how the ending begins.